Thanks for joining me today on Commit to be Fit. I'm Susie Smith. Bicycle season is in full swing, and whether you're biking for leisure or for sport, knowledge of your equipment and accessories is really important for you to have a safe ride. That's why I'm here today on location at the Tandem Connection in Canonsburg. It's a beautiful place, and my guest today is the owner, Dave Poe. Be strong and get healthy. Stretch. Feel great about yourself and have some fun. It's time for you. Fitness is the key to your future. Don't get locked out. Take the challenge. Commit to be fit. I'm here on location at the Tandem Connection in Canonsburg, and my guest today is Dave Poe, the owner. Welcome to the show, Dave.
Thank you, Susie. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me here on your show. I'm very excited to have you at the Tandem Connection. That's where we're at, and to show you what we have to offer to bikers, runners, all trail users on the Montour Trail.
Well, how long have you been here at this location? This is a beautiful location, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's just so serene, and people probably enjoy the nature aspect of being out here.
Yeah. This location is very unique. This is an old company store that my wife and I ended up purchasing. The business was started on a whim kind of thing where they had expanded the trail using new bridges from the Morganza location and the Georgetown location. My wife and I were big users of the trail. We live down a couple miles down in Hunting Ridge in South Fayette, and we would use that section of the trail beyond the bridge because you couldn't cross here. This store was on an island. Nobody would use this section of the trail because it was too dangerous to walk across, or you just used the existing trail. So we saw that construction being done back in 2012. It was the early part of 2012. They started getting the whole ramp all set up, and we kind of looked at this place, as we always did, and said, wow, that could be something someday now. They're actually going to connect this, and that's how it started.
How long have you been here?
It's 5 years now. We got started at the end of August 29th, 2012 was our closing date on the building. And that last part of the summer, which we were coming to the end of the season, was just basically tents in the yard next to the trail where we were selling cold drinks, snacks.
Wow.
Very, very just minimal stuff at the beginning.
Well, you know what I really like about, I bike this trail, and it feels like a safety net to me that you're here.
Yeah.
Because I know that you have, like you fix bikes if they break down on the trail. My husband's pedal came off one day, and he came in and got a new pedal or something, a piece for it.
Okay.
But it's a nice safety net, and this is the perfect location. It's just it's between Pittsburgh and Washington. It's like a nice central location.
Yes. Yeah, we're a full service bike shop. We can do, like you said, fix a pedal, fix flat tires. We have many people walking their bikes off the trail into our shop that, hey, I just got a flat just beyond your store, and we fix them up and get them back on the trail.
And plus, if you're hungry, I noticed that you have food here too.
Yes,
food and
yes.
Drink. So it's a little snack bar too.
There's snacks. We also do Perry's ice cream that for the ice cream enthusiast out there. It's a very well-known ice cream. They have great flavors. I also have a guy that's called the Bike Shop Grill in my kitchen that rents my spot, and he does pulled pork, shredded chicken, ribs, wings, hot dogs, the summertime food. So he's here for lunch, and that brings our spot like a destination for
Yes,
people
a destination.
coming to the store. They'll have lunch and then turn around and go back to where they came from.
Well, how can you explain to people? This is such a nice rural setting, but we're close to the South Hills area here, and we're also close to Washington, PA. Can you explain like
Where
an
we're
easy way?
located. Yeah.
Okay.
We're located on the corner of Morganza and Georgetown. Morganza turns into Washington Pike that goes into Bridgeville.
Okay.
And Georgetown turns into Valley Brook Road that goes under 19 into Peters Township. Just southwest of us is 79 exit off of South Point.
Yeah, South Point, that's an easy way to get here.
Anybody from Pittsburgh coming south towards Washington can easily access our parking area. We have a over 75 car parking spot in the back of our building, and you can access that very easily in the back of the building. So anybody from Washington coming this way can, within less than a mile off the exit, reach our building at the corner of Morganza and Georgetown.
Well, that sounds great. I mean, this is a great place, but let's take a look inside and see exactly what you do and what you have to offer, and maybe some
Sure.
types of equipment or gear that people could need to bike.
That would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let's take a look inside. Okay, so when you're coming off of the trail and you're hot and you need to take a little break, this is a good place to come into. What do you
Yes.
have available here? I see.
Yes, as you come off the trail, the Montour Trail, you'll walk in our main entrance here by the parking lot. We have the ice cream. Again, it's the Perry's ice cream. We maintain 16 flavors at one time, and we rotate those through. If you're here for lunch, you can visit the Bike Shop Grill. They have a wide range of menu to eat. We have outdoor eating or indoor eating for our customers.
I
And
didn't realize you had all of this in here. You have ice cream and you have drinks and you have actual
Yeah.
barbecue.
barbecue,
Lunch and-
the cold drinks, and any power kind of bar, granola bar, nuts, snacks for anybody that built up an appetite while they were out there working out. We'll replenish that.
And you have lots of nice little gifts for bike enthusiasts.
Yes, yeah, we tried to have some decor along with our accessories that we supply to the customers that might want to deck out their bike with lights or racks. And then we have all the repair parts, tubes, tires, and then anything else that you might need that wear and tear on your bike.
So what do you think, Dave, is some of the more important items that people should have to be safe on the trail?
Yeah, a safe rider is going to want to wear a helmet. Helmet does make a difference.
Sometimes I do see people without helmets, and I'm glad you mentioned that first, because that's my very first thing I think of is a helmet. I've seen people go down on their bikes, and the first thing they do is hit their head.
Yeah,
You might hit the shoulder a little bit, but the head always
right.
goes down.
There is a natural reaction just from the force, the way you're going to hit the ground. Eventually, you're going to knock your head on something, and the
So
protection
wear a
of the helmet is key. And it could be as simple as we've had actual deer run across the trail in front of riders, and you could be moving 10, 15 miles an hour, and a reaction to a deer or a groundhog or something crossing the trail. It might not just be running into another rider or you being a little foolish and falling on your bike. It could be something in nature that you want to be protected, and that would help.
I had a buck jump in front of me.
Okay.
A huge buck, probably 5 feet away from me. And
Wow.
yeah, and so I was glad I had my helmet on. But and let's take a look at some of the things that you have that,
Okay.
helmet, and let's take a look around and see what
Okay, we'll
we
get
might need to have a safe
show
ride.
you the expanded view of our shop, and we can go over some of the inventory.
Okay. Well, Dave, I see these are road bikes. We're on the trail here, but you also
Yeah, we
sell
also inventory road bikes.
Oh, okay. I didn't
yeah,
know that.
we have enthusiasts that use the trail, but they also do some road riding. We're in a location that there's still a lot of back roads, low traffic, and they can get out on the road and go do their road riding, get a little more hill workout in. There is now a couple sections of the trail that are paved. And a road bike works just fine on a trail that's paved, and they can get a nice ride for somebody that might be training for an event or like an MS 150 or a triathlon or a road race. So we can inventory the road bikes. Along with the other inventory would be a comfort bike is typical for the trail. Somebody that might be riding with the family that just is out, they're not racing, they're just kind of enjoying the scene, the outdoors, and there's the comfort bikes that sit you a little more upright. We inventory those, and they're all in the back inventory that we have.
Well, Dave, if someone comes here to buy a bike, how do they decide like what type of bike they need? Like,
yeah, we'll evaluate. Yeah, we'll evaluate their needs. Somebody that's just doing the trail versus somebody that's going to be doing a multiple trail road, or a different reason they might be going to the beach or something like that, doing a lot of riding there. This particular bike, it's made by Fuji. It's a cross, they call the model, and it's a cyclocross bike that is a trail bike that can also be used on the road. Somebody that's looking for something that a little more speed on the trail, has the drop down handlebars like a road bike, gives you multiple grips. As you can see, Haley, she can ride in different positions. That changes up the muscle groups. On the road style bikes with the drop down, you can see her position. Like the rental bikes that set you more upright, this bike's going to be aerodynamic. It's somebody that's going to be, you know, trying to shave some time off or something. They'll be aerodynamic position. They're not catching as much wind.
Right. So if they're sitting up straight, like on a leisure bike, then the wind is hitting you, so it's slowing you down.
It is. It is. And again, it depends on what you're looking to do in biking. Not everybody's out there to race and go real fast, but some of the geometries in the bikes allow for that type of a style.
So you're saying you have like 3 different hand positions, like 1, 2, and 3 on here, where you can change the muscles so you don't get so sore in the shoulders.
Yeah,
and
the fatigue. Most people complain about shoulder pain, wrist pain, or lower back, and that all has to do with your position while you're riding in long periods of bike riding for miles and miles. You want to be able to change that up. The straight bar bikes, you're in one position. There are some accessories that you can purchase that does change that up,
but it does make your hands tired. I've noticed on some bikes where it is nice to change position.
Yeah, so somebody coming in, we'll evaluate if that's the right style for them based on their biking needs, and we'll get them sized up for the right size, and then give them a test ride on the trail. They can go out and see if that is working for them.
Well, Dave, what style bike is this that we have now?
So this is another style of bike. These are the comfort bikes that we sell on the floor. Again, you're sizing somebody up when they come in based on their height and their leg inseam. So we'll probably put them on a couple bikes to see where they're comfortable at. In a style like this, you're able to adjust the handlebars in a position where that customer's comfortable in riding.
Oh, okay. I see she's sitting straight up and down.
That's correct.
Instead of leaning forward.
That's correct. In this comfort style, again, it's made for comfort. You're not going out for speed. You're going to be most comfortable position that you can be in. You're going to be sitting upright. You're not going to have the pressure on your wrists and your shoulders and your lower back. It's an easygoing, relaxed position, and it's great for the trail. Here at the Tandem Connection, if you're coming in to look at shopping for bikes, we'll be happy to help you in going over the different styles, the different sizes based on your needs, and we can size you up for that occasion. And we have a wide range of inventory from a kid's bikes, mountain bikes, the road bikes, the comfort bikes, and the hybrids for your needs on the trail or road, or the basic situations that you run across that you'll need.
And you also rent here?
Yes,
right?
yes.
Oh, that's a good point, because you know, somebody could come try out a bike and see what they would want to buy maybe later on.
Sure, sure.
Or if you're just a part-time biker, you might just want to come in and rent a bike.
Yes, that's absolutely right. We rent the comfort bikes for the trail. We have some hybrids that are a little more aggressive in speed that you can rent. We have mountain bikes. I even have a few tandems that I rent out that if you ever wanted to try a tandem.
I've never tried one. I'll have to get my husband down here. We'll try that.
We'll see how much you like each other.
Okay.
And also a couple of fat tire bikes. We rent those in the winter. You can ride on the trail with a little bit of snow on a fat tire bike. So we do rent those out in the winter. We're here full season.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's excellent. I also noticed that you had cross-country skis.
Yeah, yeah. We haven't had much snow the last couple of years in Pittsburgh, but we bought that. We purchased those to rent for the trail.
You can rent those too?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll have to try that, because I've never done cross country, but this is a perfect place to do that.
Yeah, it's nice and flat. You'll see there's early risers that have their own cross country skis. There'll be tracks laid out ready for you, and that gives you a good start to test ride. It's not like downhill where you're a little more dependent on gravity and falling. The cross country is flat and very rolly on the trails, so you won't have much difficulty.
Well, Dave, if someone comes in that's pretty new to bicycling, what are some of the basic setups that you would do for them? Like, should they have a certain seat adjustment, or is there anything they need to focus on?
Yes. When somebody comes in, rents a bike from us, we have several different models. Again, the comfort style, we have beach cruisers, we also have the mountain bikes or the tandems. And what we'll do is gauge that person. First, you initially look at their height. Women generally have longer legs than men, so they might sit on a bigger frame size. Each bike comes in a different size. There's 15-inch, 17-inch, 19-inch, 21, 23, somebody that might be 6'4" or so.
Okay, so first thing you do is just kind of look at how
somebody up.
Yeah, eye them up.
And then to find the right bike for them and the right fit, then we'll get the size corrected, and then we'll go ahead and look at their height and make the seat adjustment for them. So if I'm sizing my daughter up, Haley, here, she'll want to be on the bike in a comfortable position. You don't want your knees to come up too high.
I see a lot of people biking, and their legs are just, you know, they're bent. Their seats are really low. Isn't that bad on your legs, on your knees?
That's bad for your knees. I mean, some people do that because they're a little tentative. They want to be able to get their feet down.
Oh, okay.
It is your comfort level, but if you're biking and you want the most efficient ride and the most least amount of work on your knees, that'll help by extending the seat up.
Okay, well, let's see how Haley fits.
If I get her approximately in the right position, she'll get on the bike. When she's on the bike, she wants to be kind of where she is ideally with her toes on the ground.
Tippy toes touching?
Tippy toes touching.
Okay.
So when she's on the downstroke and she puts her knee up, her knee is slightly bent, not fully straight. You don't want to ever be straight. That'll hurt your knee.
Okay.
And that'll get her in the best position
so
for
when
biking.
your foot's on the pedal, Haley, your knee is just slightly bent. You don't want to have that seat up so high where you're
straight
yes.
and
slamming that knee.
Yeah, you're going to hurt your knee by doing that. And
Okay.
when you're on your downstroke and you get close to straight, that is your best power in your leg muscles. So you will be more efficient that way while you're pedaling. And then we look at the reach, make sure they're comfortable on their reach and the position that they're in.
Because you wouldn't want to be extended too far.
Yeah, and we'll explain how the gears work on the trail and the braking on the bike, that particular bike that they might be on.
So it'll be easy for you to come down here and rent a bike because they're going to show you everything that you need to do to be safe out there on the trail. For my viewers that are watching today that maybe they haven't been biking in a long time. I've just been bicycling for 5 years now.
Okay.
I used to when I was a kid, but I started again, and I'm wondering, like, what would somebody need? What would be a few things that they would need just to get started? I know you said a helmet is key. That's like the main thing, but are there different items like clothing or
accessories? The bikes, some people like to switch up the seats, so we go over new seats that might be a little more comfortable for what they're used to, depending on how much riding you're doing. Somebody might get into biking shorts that are padded. That can make a difference for your ride.
If you're going to start biking, what Dave just said about the padded pants, that is the ultimate, because I tried biking just with spandex, and it's not the same, you know, if you're going to go any mileage at all.
Right.
You want to be comfortable, so the padded pants and with the helmet. Do some people wear gloves?
Yeah, some people do wear gloves. That is an option.
Shoes, certain shoes that you should wear?
If you're getting into serious biking, people do look into shoes. They call that clipping in. There's special pedals that you would buy and the special biking shoes. And that gives you a more efficient pedal on your bike. So you're not always just pushing down.
So you're using your hamstring.
Yeah, you're pulling up. It's a circular motion that you know, gives you the most efficiency in your ride. It's not necessary, you know, you don't have to have that. But if somebody's, you know, built up a good amount of bike background and they want to be a little more efficient, maybe if they're racing or something like that.
So I could see you would be working your quads and your hamstring if you were clipped in, as opposed to just pushing down and using your quadriceps.
Yes, it does. There is more efficiency there. Certainly a regular bike, you can get up and down the trail very easily with the gears that you have on it. But shoes, the padded pants, maybe some gloves. You can get into, people might want a rack on their bike where they're carrying some things with them, or a bag. That's all accessories that can be added that we sell.
Another thing I wanted to ask you today, other than coming in and renting a bike, what if your bike breaks down on the trail? You know, maybe your pedal falls off or you get a flat tire.
Sure.
Do you do the work here?
Yeah, we do full maintenance here. Typically, somebody in an emergency case scenario, we will attend to them as soon as we can get to them, depending on the traffic that day. I fixed many of flats with people on halfway in their ride and just needed help, and that gets them back on the trail and on their way. We do not scheduled appointments, but full service. If you want a tune-up, you want to get the bike looked at, you want a safety check on it, you can leave the bike and we'll get to it as soon as we can, depending on our backlog. So that there's certainly lots of options there with tire changes and different things that you want added to. Maybe you want to add a mirror to the bike so you can see who's coming up on you.
I definitely have a mirror on my bike. That's important, because sometimes it is hard to hear when you're out there. But I really want to thank you for showing us all this today and letting us know that you're here.
Yes.
You know, because I think it's really important to know that we have this trail, the Montour Trail, right here in Canonsburg, with this beautiful store. And it's, like I said before, it's a safety net if you're out there. It's good to bike in this area because you're here.
Yes.
And then you can bring your kids, they can have an ice cream cone, and you can just have a great day, have a family time. Or
a nice family-oriented, we're family-oriented business that you'll see my 4 kids in here helping out, pitching out. If you come into the store, they'll...
4 kids?
Yes, 4 kids.
You're busy.
Very busy. So we try to keep them as active as we can, and they enjoy being down here at the trail. You'll see them biking and running on the trail, and we get them involved as much as they can. And yeah, the trail itself is fantastic for the community. It's a 46-mile trail, and we're at mile marker 27 on the Montour Trail. You have 27 miles all the way out to Coraopolis, and then past your way, which is Bethel, it goes past Bethel over to Clairton. Wow. And you can actually pick up the Great Allegheny Passage out there and ride all the way to DC. So it's a little over 318 miles from our shop if you want to head out that way.
This has to be a dream come true for you.
Yeah, it is. We're very excited. My wife and I, Lori, she and I were big runners in high school. We graduated from Upper St. Clair. We went on into college to run. She ran for Ohio State. I went out to California, PA, and ran there. And then we're big users of the trail. All through high school, I'd be on different sections of the trail, and then college, we would use it. And we've seen the sections just get bigger and bigger and bigger over time. And now there's a full 36 miles of all trail that you can utilize. So there's no excuses.
It's beautiful here, and no excuses. Well, Dave, I'd like to thank you for letting me come here today and see your shop and learn all of this information about bicycling. I really appreciate it. It's been a fun time.
Thanks for having me, Susie.
Thank you.
It's been very nice to meet you, and look forward to seeing you on the trail.
Okay, well, I'll see you later, and have a safe ride. Bye. Well, there you have it. This has been a great time, and I just want you to try bicycling this year. And remember, take the challenge and commit to be fit.